So we're here again at Suleja Embankment Dam, Indigo's project. And as usual, I've decided to do the podcast with Mr. Willy. But we have a guest with us today, and just before we get started with our movement around the farm, I want us to meet someone very interesting. Lucky Mukasa from Uganda.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Mr. Lucky, we're so happy to have you finally here in Nigeria. Mr. Willy has been anticipating your visit, and finally you're here with us. So I'm sure our viewers will be wondering, what is this man from Brooklyn doing here?
No, Brooklyn is just a t-shirt.
Okay, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, please.
Okay, my name is Lucky Mukasa, and I'm a Ugandan, from Uganda. And I am an agronomist, come an agroforester. So for the past 3-4 years, I've been mainly in agroforestry projects. Establishing, managing. Now I'm a trainer and a consultant.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
This is really interesting. You were highly recommended by Mr. Frutig. And what exactly were you doing in Uganda before this?
Actually, specifically in Uganda, I'm working with Mr. Frutig.
Okay.
We are working together. So I'm mainly into the implementation. I've had some projects in Nigeria before. This is not the first, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had one in Kaduna.
Interesting.
Around 25 hectares.
Wow.
And then I was also consulting on some farm in Kwali. It is also an Agro-Forestry project. So now we set up one in Malawi.
This is interesting.
Last year. Now we are looking forward to setting up this one.
Wow.
And then we also have one coming up in Uganda. Actually, I already established one in Uganda personally, but now we also had to set up a training center in Uganda. So you see, we are trying to expand knowledge sharing about agroforestry everywhere in Africa.
This is interesting. Now, for you, is agroforestry more of a passion thing, or you're doing this as a professional?
That is a very nice question. Actually, I think it is more than just for money. This is now a calling to me. I have refused to engage myself in any agricultural project, not agroforestry. So that shows how far I am passionate about it and how much the belief I have that agroforestry can be the only solution to change the agriculture sector and the problems affecting all our farmers, doing the conventional, the monoculture, even the organic. So I really believe agroforestry is supposed to be the answer. That's why I take it as a calling and a passion that I can't do anything other than it.
This is interesting. You know, when I think of agroforestry, I imagine planting of trees to make a place a forest. But maybe, I mean, that's a layman's point of view of it now. Can you really tell me what it entails?
Okay, sure. Actually, yeah, you're right. Some people confuse agroforestry with forestry. Those are two completely different things. Because forestry is just creating a forest.
Okay.
And usually it's not even a forest, because a forest is supposed to be with various trees, species, and shrubs, as you know, forests. But now the layman has taken a forest into just planting trees, so you'll find a forest of eucalyptus. That's not a forest. That is a plantation of eucalyptus. So people try to spoil the word forest, because now to us, a forest is the complete unit of an ecosystem. It is supposed to be a complete ecosystem because it is our reference. Just visit a natural forest. You will see that everywhere is occupied. But when you go to a forest in quotes of eucalyptus, you only find eucalyptus, you get it. So now for us now, this agroforestry we are doing, we are mimicking a forest, but to make it productive, you get it, such that a farmer can have the trees, but be able to produce his food.
So let me get it now. Because when I think of a forest, I think of both the plants and the animal life in it. Does your study or your practice go into also the animal life, or you were just interested in creating an environment that will invite animal life, or you will actually also put the animal life there and take care of it? Is it part of your mission?
Actually, right, you're right that a forest is supposed to have both the fauna and the flora. But now you have to make it manageable to you. So,
Okay.
will you manage it when there are foxes there? Of course not. You get it?
No.
So, you have to manage it, you have to design it in a way that it is manageable to you as a farmer. You get
Okay.
it? So, you can design it to have the crops
Okay.
as your first needs, but again, automatically, the fauna, like the birds, the insects, the spiders, the crawlings, even some animals like the squirrels. At one time, even you might find a fox coming by to pass by, if you have a big one. Then you can also add in yourself, design it in a way that now I can have in the animals once in a while, all continuously. So all these are different designs to cope up with your intentions or with your objectives as to why you want to have an agroforestry system. So I can make a design that my animals are completely moving around in my system. We already have designs working out for chicken,
Yeah.
for goats, cows, they're already there. You get it. So it's just a matter of you knowing your objectives. So now you can copy or borrow the knowledge of the forest,
Okay.
how it operates, now to help you be able to raise your animals together with your food.
Now, it's quite interesting to hear what you've been saying. And now coming to this project and your purpose here,
Yeah.
what do you think Mr. Willy is really looking forward to? Do you really understand the scope of what he wants, or has he left you to help him come up with a design? And so far, what you've met, how much work do you see ahead? I mean, based on, of course, what you may have envisioned for this place. I mean, this farm here, this massive 10 hectares of land.
Sure. Actually, I think this specific site is one of the few sites I've met with, I can say, a huge potential to harvest in whatever angle you want it. So, already having the fish projects going on,
Yes.
so just imagine how beautiful it would be incorporating the fish, I think it's called aquaculture, right?
Yeah.
Together with the agroforestry. And now maybe in the future have some animals around. So in that way we are looking at almost creating a circular model of agriculture or of living, where you can even produce some of the raw materials you need for the fish food in the agriculture. You get it? So I really see the potential is too high, and we are really looking forward to seeing the best happen here.
Well, I can imagine that Mr. Willy would be really thrilled to have someone with your wealth of experience coming to bring in that expertise we need, because obviously he's a very passionate person about forestry because of his background. And I mean, we're looking for you, of course, we're looking forward to how much of a professional insight you bring into all of the ideas he has here. And just to ask, do you have some particular kinds of trees or crops you already have in mind based on what you've seen here, and how you think they will nicely blend or fit into the ecosystem around here?
Of course, like always the first priority is, we already have the designs, right? But you have to make sure that you put at the back of your mind the local ecosystem available. So we are saving all the local trees around because they are the owners of the land.
Yes.
And they have to just help now the new plants you want to bring in to help them adapt to the environment. So already the trees we have on the ground, we have a lot of park here, the locust beans, we have the figs, we have the acacias. So all of them are remaining on site. So now for us, we are bringing in all these other trees, shrubs, and the annual crops to just make a full system work together.
This is interesting. I think Mr. Willy is somewhere around here. And Mr. Willy,
Yes, please.
I know you're not very close to the mic, so it would be nice to come close to...
Lucky, yeah,
Yes, yes.
my boy.
How do you
my
feel...
savior for my forestry.
Yes, how do you feel finally having a pro to complement your passion?
I'm so happy. You know, it took us almost 2 weeks for him to get a visa from Nigeria to, Uganda to Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
They were asking for additional documents. It went through next level. So I told him, said, please, the language you are using is not the right language. So you have to use a different language.
Yes.
So put something in your passport which they will like to take out. You understand? And he did it. Oh no, you did it?
It worked out.
It worked out very well.
That was the best advice.
Yeah,
Because you know, Lucky is not that type of person.
obviously.
No, he likes to do the thing straightforward.
I
So
see.
sometimes you have to push the thing.
I can tell. And having him around means that a lot more things will move forward. And where's the starting point, sir? Where's the starting point for Lucky? Or are you going to follow his lead?
Of course, he's the one deciding everything, but we have the land. I did some little preparation.
Okay.
But, hopefully by tomorrow, when the weather is not raining,
Yes.
and the land is a bit dry,
Yes.
I think he will start with plowing and harrowing the place, make the land preparable for the trees to come. We have already set out our plan.
Yes.
It's just now the weather is the one, and also the people, because we don't have a tractor, so we are renting a tractor.
Okay.
When these things are happening, we are on track, because nobody can stop us.
Indeed.
So, yes,
Wow.
I like to see all the plants and the shrubs and the animal, the vegetables and whatever is available to put there.
It's interesting. I must say we have an interesting chap here, and we'll look forward to what the
we
coming
have
days
to,
will bring.
I see him as a sponge. And we have to squeeze out everything in the piece. But he knows we have to squeeze it out to give it to our Nigerian followers who wants to learn. Like
Indeed.
Johnson is our fish farmer.
Oh,
But also Johnson is a fish farmer and he's not a fish farmer.
Yeah.
So also I put Johnson together with him. They're even in the same building. So they can talk and gist.
rub minds and share
And
ideas.
And also when he has questions about the fish, of course we have to give him also something back. See Johnson. Let Johnson also join our meetings.
Yes. Johnson, please, can you...
But come close to Lucky so that your voice will be okay.
Exactly. It's really interesting to see how...
You know Johnson, sorry to interrupt you, Dominic.
yes, sir.
You know that he just came back from Uganda, where he's coming from.
Oh,
He was having a project with fish and black soldier fly.
interesting. Johnson, you're welcome. Please just tell us a little more about yourself and what you're doing on this project at Indigo site.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm excited to be in this podcast for the first time. I
Yeah.
think it's very incredible. It's something I go to the YouTube and watch, and I find it very beneficial. I'm a fish farmer, and I'm mentored by Mr. Willy Fleuren. So I'm a fisheries and aquaculture professional by academic training. But since I started working with Mr. Willy, I've been able to develop my practical experience and skills in it. So this project is a very unique project because of where it's located and the potential it has. When you produce fish, what matters is the quantity and the quality of water. So with this project, we have a lot of water. So there's a lot of potentials we can do with this project. And it's a very unique project because we are combining it with agroforestry and cash crop and so many things. So I think this is going to be the next thing in agriculture because it's combining both plants and fish farming together.
That's
So
interesting.
after some times working in Nigeria, I went to Uganda. I think it was a very unique opportunity for me because they were dealing in biotechnology. They were using BSF, black sugar fly, to produce the source of protein for farmed animals. And that has always been a constraint in the agricultural industry. Fish meal, there's a competitive demand for it. Humans want fish meal, all industries need it. So there's a need for an alternative.
Yeah.
So BSF, the larva stage, was a very effective substitute for fish meal because
That's
of the rich
interesting.
amino acid profile. So when I heard that they were doing something like that in Uganda, and I'm already established in agriculture with the help of and mentorship of Mr. Willy, I took it as a challenge for myself to add to my skills. So I went to Uganda, learned the culture, and also learned BSF. In return, I was able to teach them a little bit of my aquaculture.
Wow.
So when I saw Mr. Lucky, I was fascinated because I'm already used to the environment and the culture. So it was so easy for me to actually synchronize with him. He has been around for a couple of days, and it has been a very learning process for me because
Wow.
he knows a lot about crops, he knows about landscaping. So I think it's going to be a very beneficial interaction, exchange of knowledge. We get to know more about aquaculture, then I learn from it.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
There's no other place I would have been than Indigo Africa. This is a perfect project to take my career to the next level. Thank you so much.
I must say you've spoken very well, I mean, I'm short of words to emphasize how I feel, and I must stress the fact that it's very, very important to see that we have some of the best hands assembled here on this project. And looking forward now, how well do you see Lucky coming to complement what you're already seeing since you resumed at this project site?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think his impact is immediate.
Yeah.
Immediately he came, I could see the enthusiasm, I could see the action. He's a very practical person. And immediately he came, his hand on deck. He started working, doing a lot of things, giving input, his knowledge about plants, naming and all that. I was fascinated. And I told the boss, this guy, I think I have a very good feeling about him. He's very practical oriented. And I look forward to the experience I will get by working with him.
Thank you so much, Johnson. Thank you so much. We also look forward to you shedding more light on your, what fly did you say?
Black soldier fly. Yes.
Black soldier
fly.
Black soldier fly, and I mean, of course, its implementation in creating fish meal, right?
Yes, as a
Or a
replacement.
substitute for fish meal.
As a substitute. Okay. Well, that's something we're going to talk about another day. But so far, I must say that it's been a wonderful experience having you, having Lucky, and of course, the aquaculture expert himself, Mr. Willy, on this podcast today. We look forward to more podcasts about your experiences here and, of course, the visible inputs which the coming days will bring for us. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Dominic.
All right.
Thank you. This one again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, so this is our pre-ongoing section. This is where we get the seedlings. We get them at some size, maybe 5 grams, 3 grams. Then we continue to feed them and nurture them before we take them to the grower tank. So you can see we have some here. We have about 9,000 pieces in this tank, and we have in other tanks too. So I just want to show you a little feeding routine. Actually, when we feed, we just measure the feed based on their body weight. Then we feed them by ration, like 5 times a day. We feed them within some time. So let me just give you a practical example of our feeding process. So generally with fish farming, when you feed your fish, you observe them. You look at their behavior, how they are. So that's what most fish farmers should take note of that.
I see.
These are much bigger than that.
I can tell.
You can see their sizes.
Yes.
And they are very agile, you can see.
Yes.
They have very good appetite. So
You fed them already for the day,
yeah,
right?
I fed them already. I'm just trying to show you for demonstration so I can see
Yeah.
what we are doing. Maybe the next time.
These
Look at
ones
them.
are a lot bigger.
Yes, they're a lot bigger. They are about a month old. Yeah.
This is interesting.
But they are always ready to eat.
I can tell. You see them? That shows how healthy they are, right?
Yes.
You've not had
It's
any
a sign that they are
challenges?
healthy. Once they are active and they are ready to eat, you know they are very healthy. Once they stop eating, you know there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Then you start, what's wrong with them? But this is a good sign. So we have healthy fishes here. This is the last.
It's amazing how so many of them are stocked in there and they all, I mean, the number of fishes you have here is how many?
This is 9,500.
9,500.
Yes.
And the volume of this tank?
This about the volume we have. The volume of water we have is about 5 cubic meters. That's like 5,000 liters of water. But the tank will take more than that. But we just want a quantity that we could work with.
Okay.
So most of the time, it's not the size of the tank, but the water. So the quantity of fish you raise is not necessarily your size, but your water. The quantity of water, the flow rate, the quantity of water coming in to the system. So we have a lot of water because of the system that we use there. So we could push our density at a very high rate. So that's one of the big advantage of this facility we have. We have very good quantity of water.
So both your pre-on growing and the grow out also have this same flow through system, right?
Yes, it's a flow through system.
That's interesting. Thank you so much, Johnson. We can see how well you have brought life to this environment. Of course, with the mentorship of the aquaculture expert, Mr. Willy Fleuren, who is always passionate and knows how to pick the best to work with him.
No, it's about people. The success of your fish farm is about getting the right people on the right place. I'm like a football coach.
Exactly.
Even the team is more important than the individuals. You know, when I see Lucky and Johnson, you know, I'm so happy because there's already chemistry.
Indeed.
There's already team.
Exactly.
Yeah? But I also want to emphasize something. We started this farm at the end of January, the beginning of February. We're now in June, end of June. We have already fish in the farm. But we have not finished our building.
Wow.
We have not finished, let me say we have finished 60%.
Yes.
But I did priority in the way I built. So that we're already farming. Well, the construction is still going on. Because you know, my principal, the one who's paying for this project, he likes to see fish in the farm.
Indeed.
So it's not good to have everything finished till the end, and then we start. And then there will be 1 or 2 hiccups.
Exactly.
And then you will not see anything. So I said, don't worry, I will build it in phases. We are starting with fish. And in the meantime, when we're starting with fish,
Yeah.
those guys can also do some work on the construction and they see everything what is going on.
Indeed.
You understand?
Indeed.
So it helps because he is the one being on ground in the future. He needs to know where all the pipes are, where the pipes are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when somebody starts digging, he says, "Don't dig there because I know there's a pipe there."
Indeed.
Yeah. Apart from that, we have also our how do you call it? Our blueprint.
Yes. Yes.
But he now with growing our farm, he know what is going on concerning the infrastructure and all the rest.
It is interesting, I must say.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you so much, Mr. Willy and Johnson. I'm sure you're having a good time here, living your dream and fulfilling your passion. Because I can tell indeed, regardless of what you've gone through in the last few days, you've always kept your promise to your babies, I mean your fishes. You've been on the farm. He's been very ill, I must mention to you, I mean our viewers. But despite that, Johnson has been on the farm, and I must say that your passion is highly commendable.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
This is a lifestyle to me. So it's more than just a job, it's my lifestyle. So most times with my activities, it's almost automatic for me because it has become my way of life.
Wow. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Abdullah, you're actually a mason,
Yes, sir.
yeah? But now you're building fish ponds, so let me introduce him.
Okay.
Where are you from?
From Katsina.
Katsina, okay.
So, Mr. Willy, tell me what is going on around here.
This man, oh, he's one of the best masons I have on the site. But you know, it's not about mason only, it's about his brain and his intelligence. So his name is Abdullahi. He's coming from Katsina.
Yes.
Now he's building my fish pond for my broodstock.
Wow. Is the same man that did the
Yes,
finishing
the finishing of the ponds. But now I allow him to do, and you see what's happening here. They're using even plum. For this fish pond, they use plum, correct?
For the down.
Because you know this land is on a slope.
Yes.
So now you talk Abdullahi, tell you what you are doing here.
So, Abdul,
Sir.
well done. I see your hands everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Just express yourself the way you like. I'll ask just a few questions. So what are you doing and your boys? What exactly are you trying to achieve there now?
Now I need to carry me this level for the floor. I not like sloping. If I carry a floor, the water no go one side. They stay one side. No go. No slope.
No sloping
Yes.
to one corner.
Yes. No sloping one corner. They stay for one side.
I see.
Yes.
So you try to achieve a level, a flat.
Flat. Kuma again. This laterite.
Yes.
I carry wheelbarrow and my people. I carry on the top. They plow me again. I carry here the high, here the low, because of I put plumb on the top again. Yes.
No,
So how do you compact this place now?
I combating. If I put laterite, like if I start the work, I put combating machine. I combating again. I put laterite. I combating because of the if water, if rain come, the ditch, the laterite no go inside. Yes.
But also you are going to create a slope, is that right?
Yes.
This one will not be like this.
Yes.
You're going to cut.
I
And
cut,
you-
yes, this line,
yes.
you see. Tomorrow morning, I'm free the areas, the line, they free. I'll cut the place. They do shadow like this.
Okay.
Yes.
So the best slope,
Yes.
yeah, not to get too much erosion,
Okay.
is 30 degrees, not 45 degrees. It's a very gentle slope you're
Gentle
going to
slope,
see.
no be-
Yeah, and you know, there's another thing which I like. My broodstocks,
Yes.
they like bottom. The more the slope is, the more you have bottom.
Now I was coming to that because now we're just talking about this thing. What has happened? What is the purpose of this?
We want a natural environment for our broodstocks,
Okay.
where if insects and frogs and all the rest fall in, they will eat. So we believe, and especially my hatchery manager from Kafi, he said, my best broodstock always comes from a natural environment. Apart you give them good feed and all the rest, it's good to give them a natural environment, and that's what we are giving them. You know, we give natural environment to the duck. It didn't take more than 3 weeks, now I already 4 weeks, now already sitting on 12 eggs, and very soon they start breeding. It's because the environment is what they like. You know, it's like human beings, isn't it? If you are in a happy environment, we start to reproduce.
Exactly. Exactly. Indeed. Wow. I must say that what is going on here is really, really inspiring. And to think that you also trust the expertise of this man, Mr. Abdullahi, who, despite not being so vast, so educated, his expertise speaks volume of his level of understanding of what you are telling him. I must say the chemistry between the both of you is amazing, and I really wonder how you get to blend so well with the locals, Mr. Willy. Well done. Thank you so much.
You're welcome again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
This is so beautiful. To think that this is man-made, I mean, it's something that still fascinates me. That this was dug out of the desire to fill up some other places, and now it's looking like a river or some lake.
Small lake pond.
Yes, a small pond. It's looking beautiful, I must say. These are looking like sugar canes. Are these sugar canes?
No, it's a reef. How do you call this grass? You have a name for it.
This one,
Yeah?
I think these are papaya seeds. I don't know. It has to be papaya.
Papyrus.
I see them.
So, see. Are you broadcasting? So here, Johnson always go and give the tilapias which I stocked some time ago, and which are actually reproducing, because we see many small ones,
Yeah.
but it is difficult for the camera to see, but you see them going, blinking here. So maybe they still come because you just fed them, you said.
Look at that.
You know, these tilapias are actually very special tilapias, Dominic.
Really?
Yes, they came from the Netherlands, all the way from the Netherlands as vrij.
Wow.
Because in the Netherlands there's a company called Til Aqua. Unfortunately, they have closed down their business, but they have sold their expertise to many countries in the world.
Interesting.
But these ones are special tilapia, because the males
Yes.
are super males.
Oh, really?
Yes, they have a YY chromosome.
What does that
That
mean?
means they only when they produce with the normal female, you get all male tilapia.
Wow.
And all male tilapia is a reason for it, because the all male tilapia grows 50% faster than a female.
Oh.
But here I mixed everything.
Okay.
This is a natural pond.
I get.
So here I'm not doing anything commercial.
I
So
see.
what I have here is mixed sex. Some YYs, I have mixed everything. Actually, I damaged all the genetics. Generally, the genetics is very important to keep them separate.
Interesting.
But here I just had those fish and I said, let me put them in the pond.
Wow. I can see. And of course, I remember the other time you mentioned that we have Nile perch also in this water.
Yes, we have Nile perch because I want offspring, so that the Nile perch can eat the offspring. Because the Nile perch is a very strong predator.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and
what-
Nile perch is a fast-growing fish if he has enough food.
What are they feeding on now at the
The
moment?
Nile perch are already eating small tilapias because the tilapias are already inside. There are thousands already inside, but you know your camera
Cannot see them
you
all.
cannot see them, but I can see them going under. Yeah.
This is
You
interesting.
only can see the big ones.
Yes. I see the big ones there. Those ones, can we say they are how many months? The tilapias in
Oh,
the
they are
water?
1 year old.
Ooh.
And not because they are growing so slow, because I have not fed them very well.
Was that deliberate?
Because I had them in a very intensive system, so I could not grow them very hard, because the system cannot cope.
So you
Now I just
deliberately.
put them here, let them be free. Let them reproduce, and let me get a lot of fry, and let me get some nail push. So one day we will start going here with some friends, yeah, with the barbecue.
Oh yeah.
We catch some nail push, yes.
And
If it is a disaster, we have to still go to the town to get some suya.
oh
And
yeah.
I believe I can catch some nail push and we will eat them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is really nice, I must say. This is really nice. I see the tilapias there. They're so happy. You've built a beautiful ecosystem around here. And in the coming days, we look forward to seeing even more Nile perch. Day two, when they have more
We
food.
stocked about 25 now, but I'm still looking for another 20, 30. I think when I have 50 nail perch here, it's okay,
Yeah,
yeah, so that they can grow.
yeah. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Willy, for yet another time with you around the Suleja Embankment Dam project of Indigo. We look forward to seeing even more from this end in the coming days.
You will, because when you look at that place, there is where the Mr. Lucky from Uganda is going to do the miracles. Yeah? The miracles is going to happen over there.
This is
If
nice.
this miracle is good, we start our own nursery, and
Yes.
then we will expand our miracle to the other side
To
of
the
the
other
road.
side. Interesting. Meter 50
Yeah, this
deep.
is very deep.
No, that's not possible. It looks quite shallow. I don't think it's deep.
Okay, let me show you.
Ooh. That's a big Nile perch. Ooh. Wow.
Very deep.
This is really deep.
This place is deep, but that place is not deep.
Wow. Sorry.
I keep on my underwear because I'm afraid for the nail perch. Because they can mistakenly.
Sorry. Wow.
The water is nice.
Really?
It's not cold.
Warm inside there?
Yeah, it's warm. You know, today we had heavy rain.
Yeah.
The air is very cold.
I get.
The water is a bit warm.
This is interesting. You've built your own swimming pool.
Yes, I swim here with my children even.
Really?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
But I tell them that there's no bad fish inside.
One time you will see, one will come out without